Hey everybody, Alex here, out of the Park 21 Pittsburgh Pirates franchise, episode number 34, and we are back. This series is not over. I humbly apologize for the lack of Pirate series over the last couple weeks. Just been busy with me moving and just work stuff and Steelers season ending and all those type of things. But we have returned, and hopefully we will kick this series back into a higher gear. I don't know about high gear, and hopefully you guys can get some enjoyment out of this series. For the real life Pirates fans, it has been depressing, predictable, but depressing as the team has traded essentially everybody that had any sort of immediate value, whether that was Joe Musgrove or Jamison Tyon. Adam Frazier may have been traded by the time you're watching this video, but the Pittsburgh Pirates, we are doing better than expected here in 2024, sitting here on May 4th, 18 and 14 overall. So let me kind of go through some of the stats, remember some of the stats myself because I haven't played this game a whole lot lately, but let's talk about how the season has gone so far. Just a quick overview of the season as a whole. You guys can see all the stats on screen here. Had a really good April, kind of a couple of rougher stretches. We started out really hot. I think we were like 17 and 9 at one point. Things have kind of normalized and cooled off here a little bit. You see our Pythagorean theorems are supposed to be playing at 500. So we've definitely, I think, been punching above our weight. Our offense got off to a really hot start, and things have cooled down as you would suspect, and kind of played more normal Pirates baseball, although our batting average is second, on base percentage is third. At one point, I think we were around first in both of those categories in the NL. So I think we've certainly hit better. A new hitting coach has potentially helped there, and just getting some good production from some of these young guys. I will quickly go through the lineups here and just kind of talk about some guys that have how everyone has done, really. And Enrique Bradfield, who we acquired in the deal for O'Neill Cruz in 2022 in the offseason, there has been on just absolute fire for the Pirates. Already a 2.2 WAR with a great defense, hitting 380 at 470 on base percentage. Already 4 home runs. Obviously, that's not going to continue at the rate that it's at, 1,000 OPS plus, just insane numbers, but it's been good to see him play extremely well, especially considering how well O'Neill Cruz has played for the Nationals. So now I don't feel as fleeced as I did, say, a season ago. Taylor Walls has been his typical Taylor Walls self. Really good average, actually better than average, but he's always kind of hit well and gotten on base, and none of that is a surprise. And Cole Tucker was hurt to start the year, and he's struggling right now, so Walls has played more. Brian Hayes off to a really strong start. We're thankful to see that. 300 plus average, only 1 home run this season. Strikeout rate maybe a little bit higher than normal, but a 113 OPS plus, and playing good defense. Ernie, Ordonez. It's been, he got off to, I think, a really hot start, and then it's kind of cooled down a little bit here, but 8 home runs, walking at a little better clip than where he's been at. So overall, I'm happy with that. Big free agent signing, Nick Castellanos. Someone we probably expected to deal. We'll see where the team is at, but he's doing okay. Another guy that got off to a really good start has kind of cooled things down since then. But 4 home runs. I mean, it's not been amazing, but hopefully, at the very least, he can have some trade value for us. Trey Sperry with a catch has been a really interesting story, hitting over 300. But the dude in 19 starts, 72 plate appearances, does not have a single RBI this year. Now, he does hit lower in the order, around 7, 8. I've bumped him up a couple times because he's hitting so well, but no RBIs on 20 hits, 7 doubles. Obviously, he does not have a home run this year, or else he would have an RBI, but that is just a curious stat for you that hopefully will change in this video. And Brian Reynolds, it's just, I don't know. I mean, he's shown some pop this year, but 228, the average has kind of dipped, and he's not playing bad. OPS plus a 112, but I don't know. I'm kind of regretting that extension we gave to him. I think he does have an opt-out clause coming up. Yeah, it kind of sort of a couple years. So we'll see what to do with Brian Reynolds, but he's there for now. And Kevin Newman has slumped, unfortunately. Had a down year in 2023. It's not really picked things up. Hitting just 237 and a 58 OPS plus. Had that really strong year in 2022, but last year saw a decline, and we're seeing more decline with Kevin Newman in 2024. Should note here a couple of injuries, including backup or really starting catcher Jonah Heim. Him and Barrera have been splitting time. He's been awesome. 407 on base percentage, 302 average, 141 OPS plus. He will not play though with a virus. So we called up Zach Susi to make his first appearance in the major leagues. And Mitch Keller, by the way, hopefully, I think the next video I do will hopefully be his return to baseball. We'll see if his numbers and scouting report drops off at all once he's officially healthy in the game. But Keller's, return has been quicker than anticipated. Let's hopefully, fingers crossed that things go well for him once he's actually recovered and he gets back into baseball action. I think I mentioned Junior Mises is just back in spring training. Is going to miss a couple more months with shoulder inflammation. Rule 5 pick Jordan Wogu. I don't think it's I think it's a silent end there, so we'll go Wogu. He got off to a good start. I say that for a lot of these guys, but then has cooled down. But 5 home runs, 98 OPS plus, doing well enough, and hopefully we can hold on to him for a little bit, see how he does. Steven Ailmus was a really quiet start, was barely even playing for us. I think he was hurt even, or I think we sent him down to start the year. I can't quite remember the story with him, but he's been quiet, just kind of been a defensive replacement. The bat's been very cold. Cole Tucker was injured, could come back, but no hits in 8 at-bats so far this year, so he's kind of been taking a backseat to Taylor Walls and Lolo Sanchez, a backup guy, but doing extremely well. 357 average in 6 starts, 127 OPS plus. All right, let's take a look at the pitching staff. And the big surprise here, Joe Musgrove. Should we trade Joe Musgrove? Because I don't think he's going to continue to pitch at this really insane clip with a BABIP, probably indicating some level of luck. 252 is career average, or career BABIP is 295, so that'll normalize a bit, regress to the mean, and it'll probably be a little bit worse. The home run rate is down at just 0.9, where it's usually sat around 1.5 the last couple of years. So do we deal him when he has some value? I've kind of looked around a little bit, but that won't happen in today's video. Adrian Hauser has struggled in 6 starts, ERA ugly, very crooked number of over 8. But as we mentioned for Musgrove, kind of the inverse for Hauser, the BABIP's extremely high at 352. That number is usually in the 300 range. Maybe the infield just not as strong here. You kind of see the splits between Toronto and the Pirates, but I do think that number will come down. We certainly hope that it will. Trey Riley, another Rule 5 pick, got off to a difficult start, has kind of settled things down. You see the ERA, climbing down, but just had a really strong performance 2 outings ago, 7 shutout, 1 hit innings to beat the Reds. So hopefully he'll continue to kind of find his groove. And JJ Goss is doing okay, maybe not as great as I hoped that he would be doing when we traded for him, because I thought he was a real potential ace of the staff. He may be a number 2, number 3 type of guy, but doing okay, just over 4 ERA in 6 starts. And Gage Hins may have to go to the bullpen once Mitch Keller is ready to go, because that ERA is not looking pretty. And a look at the bullpen overall. Will Klein has been excellent as the new closer once Nick Birdie got shipped up to Boston this past offseason. So really as advertised, yet to allow a home run this year in 12 appearances. David Bednar, maybe not quite as good this year, but things have improved lately, and the BABIP is really low, so I think he's just kind of gotten unlucky, and things have been better as of late. I think overall the bullpen's third in baseball. Brad Week, certainly a trade candidate for us. If we feel like we're sellers at the deadline, he continues to be strong. The only real issue here has been some of the long release stuff. We tried Logan Gillespie, he was a disaster. We brought up Cody Bolton, he's also been a disaster. Made 1 spot start and 2 relief appearances, ERA of over 8. So we'll be looking maybe to, probably the goal will be, the plan will be, once Keller returns, we'll bump probably Gage Hins to the bullpen and send Cody Bolton down. But long relief has been difficult for us to try to find. And finally, before we get to our game versus Milwaukee, quick look around the MLB standings. Tampa Bay seems to be the best team in baseball at 23-9. Over here in the NL, it's the Phillies. Cardinals and Cubs basically tied for the top spot. We are a game and a half out. Really competitive NL Central overall. Only Milwaukee is the only team under 500 right now, with the Reds right at 500, and the Dodgers only 16-15. So maybe it's a very even more competitive battle here in the West. But the Dodgers maybe not the runaway team of the NL. They have been. Really, there's no clear favorite in the NL so far. Just one team, the Cubs, at 20 wins. Worst teams in baseball are the New York Mets at 9-23, a very Mets thing to do, and the White Sox at 10-22 over in the AL. Look at the Yankees, 11-21, 3-7 their last 10. So that is a surprise for Yankee fans. All right, here are the lineups for today's game against the Milwaukee Brewers. Some NL Central matchup for you at PNC Park. It'll be Adrian Hauser trying to right the season for him on the mound versus Milwaukee. And our lineups, basically what we showed you before with Bradfield, Walls, Hayes, Ordonez, Castellanos, Barrera, Reynolds, Newman. And for the Brewers, you see some of the familiar names: Joey Gallo, Christian Yelich, Herrera has always been good against us, Urshela has always been great, and they'll have KY Tang on the hill for the Brewers. He has not been very good this year, ERA of over 5.5 in 5 starts, but he was really solid for them last year, ERA of under 3.3, one of the better pitchers of the NL. So we'll see what pitcher we get from the Brewers today. Let's head out to PNC Park for opening pitch. All right, here at PNC Park for first pitch, the Brewers will be leading things off as the away team. Good to be back here and out of the Park 21 with you guys. I know the new game's going to be coming out, I think at least in a couple of weeks, sometime in March, but I don't think I'll be getting that, at least not immediately. But like I said at the top of the video, hopefully we can, really return to a normal schedule here now that the season for me is slowed down Steelers-wise and works a little bit less crazy, and the move I'm all kind of settled in at the new house. Hopefully everything sounds okay, by the way. I haven't tested it with an out-of-the-park video, but it seems to sound okay with other videos, so let me know if there's any issues with the audio in the comments. All right, so Hauser got the strikeout. The first batter he faced, that was Marsh, so Eduardo Garcia will step into the batter's box for Milwaukee. First pitch swinging, and that'll be hit to Walls at short. Nice diving play, but bobbled and dropped by Ordonez, it appeared. And this actually is a bad throw from Walls, so Walls with a diving effort, but will be called for the error, I believe, as that'll put a man on for Christian Yelich, still one of the best hitters in baseball, hitting .271, just 3 home runs this year, but he hit, 45 a season ago, so he might be due for a good power stretch here as the runner will take off. Herrera late throw, not in time, and the error proving costly as Garcia speeds into second base. 1 on, 1 out for Yelich. Full count, payoff pitch, and Yelich will work the walk. That one inside, and so early trouble for the struggling Adrian Hauser. Herrera on deck, .259 this year, 1-1. That one roped in the left. That will drop at the feet of the left fielder Reynolds. Runner will try to test, and Reynolds throws him out by a mile. Garcia being greedy. Could have left the bases loaded with 1 out. Instead, Reynolds will get the assist. And there's 2 away with 2 on for Toglia. Hitting .250 this year, 2-0 hitters count. And that one, will it find a sweet spot? It will against the shift, and so a run will come in, and Milwaukee will ultimately take a 1-0 lead off the RBI single by Michael Toglia. Now, Joey Gallo hitting just .096, but 6 home runs. That is a Joey Gallo line if I've ever seen one. This will be either a strikeout or a home run. See which one it is. 2-2 count. And it will be neither as Bradfield flashes the glove, having a great season at the plate and in the field. And that will rob Gallo of the hit, and the Brewers have extra runs as they tack on 1 in the opening frame. And the Pirates will come up to bat for the first time today, down 1-0. And the man who made the great defensive play to end the top half of the first, Enrique Bradfield, will lead off for the Pirates on a full count from Tang. You see Bradfield leading the NL in average, and that one hit pretty well to third. Quick throw, and they will get Bradfield out for the first out of the game. Taylor Walls playing short today had that error in the top of the first that ultimately contributed to the first runs of the game for Milwaukee. He strikes out. And Ke'Bryan Hayes, as he will hit a double to right. So 2 outs. Well, 2-out magic here, hopefully, for Pittsburgh, as Hayes will stand up in the second base. Gallo's throw not in time for Ordonez. He's doing pretty well this year. I'm happy with him overall. The average is up from where it was last year, and the average will continue to get better. Hayes will round third. Will we send him? We will. Didn't even get the prompt, and Hayes will tie up the game thanks to Ordonez's single into left. Yelich's throw not in time. Castellanos, the veteran, former Red, 1-1, as he will hit that to center. Center fielder's got a beat on it. Nice catch there by Marsh, and we're all tied up as we head to the top of the second. As Hauser, I believe that would have been, I don't know if that was an unearned run or an earned run. I think it would have been an earned run for Hauser, as you allow definitely an earned single there from Urshela. Always seems to have the Pirates number. A couple of those NL Central guys, Urshela, Colton Wong, as that one's hit well out towards the notch. Grandal, home run, 2-run shot to the deepest part of the park. 424. It's Grandal's 5th, and the Brewers take a 3-1 lead. So Hauser's struggles continue as he's allowed just 2 earned, so the first run in the first actually did not count against him. As Tang, the pitcher, will come up hitting a .167, 1 hit on the season. As that one dribbled to second, Newman has it. A little bit of a delay on the throw, but he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. bring up Marsh, who struck out his first time up, as he will hit a single his second time up in between center and right. And so Hauser really struggling. The bullpen may have to go to work here today. Decent stamina here. Really no one unavailable. Klein, hopefully, and we can avoid Klein if need be. And Bolton has just been bad, so we're actively trying to avoid Cody Bolton. Potential double play here. Hayes to Newman to Ordonez. They'll turn two, and we'll go bottom two as the Brewers get two, thanks to the home run by Grandal. Barrera looking for that first, apparently elusive RBI. He'll need a home run to do it here, and he's down in the count 0-2. And he will strike out swinging on the curveball as Reynolds trying to turn that season around. He's been dropped in the order. That will not help as the second strikeout of the inning goes to Reynolds. And that is a third for Tang and Newman. 1-0. That one hit to short, and so the bottom of the order not helping the cause as the Pirates go 1-2-3. Yelich on a 2-2 count. Worked a walk his last at bat. That one hit pretty well the second, but Newman good range. Throws on to Ordonez for out number one. And Herrera will come up. And that one hit well, smacked past Newman in the center field. So Hauser unable to work a clean inning in any of his 3 innings so far. And so I think maybe the Pirates had that good start, and then things just kind of get worse as the offense regresses, and Hauser continues to put himself into danger as he hits Tagula. And now brings up Gallo. Full count payoff pitch. Runners go. Strikeout to throw to second, and it is in time. Strike him out, throw him out. As a double steal does not work. Interesting decision to steal with Gallo, considering how often he strikes out. I know it was a full count, but I think the strikeout odds there are pretty high considering who was at the plate. So I don't know if that was a great decision for them. So Hauser will come up. He's going to stay in the game just because I don't want to waste the bullpen too much early as he hits that in the hole at second. That is gloved by Herrera and thrown on the first for out number one. Bring up top of the order with Bradfield, who's 0 for 1 today. 1-2 count. And Bradfield strikes out. Maybe a little more difficulty for him today as Walls, full count, payoff pitch, and he will bloop that, and it will be caught by the third baseman Urshela as he will call off the shortstop Garcia. 3-1, top 4 for Hauser, facing 7-8-9, Urshela hitting .242 this year. That one jams him. Hayes at third, thrown on the first for out number one. As Grandal with the loud 2-run homer to the notch. His first at bat. He will strike out here, though. And Tang, the pitcher, will come up for Milwaukee. The Brewers, the favorites this year, but they're off to a tough start in the NL Central basement. So they could really use a win today after we the Pirates, beat them in yesterday's game that was simmed. Brian Hayes will lead things off, bottom 4. And he hits that to second for a quiet out number one. This seems to be the theme here. The Pirates offense, pretty boring in these videos. As that one bobbled by Urshela, so that'll be an error by the Brewers' third baseman, his first of the season. So a chance here for the Pirates to take advantage. Castellanos will step in. 1-1 count from Tang. And that's a double play ball, it appears. And that is a quick, easy double play for Milwaukee. So the Pirates can't do anything with the Urshela error. Marsh leading things off for the Brewers. Full count from Hauser. So we're here in the top of the 5th. Barrera has it, and that throw in time for out number one. Probably the last inning for Hauser, I'm guessing. Pitch count getting up there. He's been in trouble most of the game, although off to a good start here with 2 quick outs. Try to get a third facing Yelich. That will be no easy task. Full count to Yelich. That one outside. Yelich swung probably at ball 4 to Newman, who throws on the first, and the Brewers go 1-2-3, I believe, for the first time today. So good way to end it for Hauser. Probably go to the bullpen here. Don't know exactly who I want to go with. Clark worries me because of the movement's a little bit low with him. I'm going to go with Jackson Coar, getting warmed up here to come in top of the 6th. Barrera, I think that's one reason why he just does not have the RBI. I thought that had a chance off the crack of the bat, because I was going to say he usually seems to be leading off every single time he comes up to bat, somehow sitting in the 6 hole. But that is out number one. As Marsh made a nice sliding catch. Full count to Reynolds, who does have a good eye. as he will swing, ground it to short, and that one thrown away. Reynolds will take second to the Brewers, their second error of the day. Seemed like an easy play there for Garcia, but Reynolds takes advantage. Will the offense as a whole do the same? Tang only at 54 pitches through 4 1/3, despite the errors. Newman, big spot here, try to turn that season around. That one hit down the first base line, but gloved by the first baseman. Reynolds will advance to third as Togla stepped on the bag, and so pinch hit situation, obviously, as we'll see who we can get available. Someone who's not going to strike out, ideally. Could go Cole Tucker, but he has not been great this year to start. Wogu has a penchant for striking out. Sanchez has been really good this year. He's only struck out 4 times. Tucker struck out just once, though. I'm going to give Tucker the opportunity. I'm going to give him some more playing time here. See what happens. Trying to drive in a run. Reynolds at third. 2-1 to Cole Tucker, as he will hit that to the gap, and that one's going to be off the wall, off the base of the wall, in right center, as Cole Tucker is able to drive Reynolds in with a pinch hit, 2-out RBI double. So that worked out pretty well, and the Pirates down just a run. As Bradfield will try to bring Tucker home. 1-0 count. Bradfield hitless today. That one dribbled to short. Will Bradfield beat it out? He has good speed, and he cannot beat it out. What a play there by Garcia to Togla, making up for the error earlier. Pirates pull back a run, make it 3-2. As close the book on Adrian Hauser. 83 pitches, 5 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, and 3 strikeouts. Jackson Coar with that sparkling 1.57 ERA will come in to relieve him, and hopefully I did not jinx it by praising how well he's done. He's got a tough part of the order to face, starting with Keston Herrera. 3-2, top of the 6th. Milwaukee leads this one, as that will be a leadoff single for Herrera, and I may have jinxed my buddy Jackson Coar. Togula, who has an RBI single today, got the first run of the game, as that potential double play shift was on. The second, they will not turn 2, but they will get the lead runner, Herrera. So 1 on, 1 out here for Gallo. 0-2 from Coar. And that one poked out in front by Gallo. Throw to first a little high. Ordonez is tall and gloves it. Runner will move to second, put him in scoring position with 2 away. Again, the shift appeared to be on there for Urshela. And may want to potentially pitch around here because Urshela's eye is not great. See if he can chase something here potentially. 2-0 though. Coar falling behind. And that one over the head of the leaping Newman, as Garcia will hold. That's surprising, or Togula, I should say, hold at third. Not great speed. Bradfield's arm, though, is not fantastic. As Grandal will come in with the pitcher spot on deck. I assume they'll pinch hit, so I'm not necessarily trying to throw the intentional walk to Grandal, who has the home run today. I am going to try to pitch around, though, because if you get the walk, then at least you definitely take Tang out of the game. 2-2 from Coar, and he will strike out. Grandal swinging that one outside, off speed. And so the Brewers leave 2 stranded. Still lead by a run as we head bottom 6. Tang will stay out there, just 62 pitches through 5 innings to face Walls, Hayes, and Ordonez. As Coar threw 14 pitches, probably going to be it for him. So I'm going to try to get a little worried on Clark because of that extreme fly ball, low movement tendency. See what the power is here. Not great for these guys, so we'll roll the dice. It's Taylor Walls will step into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 today. Make it 1 for 3 as he will lead things off with a double into left. And that'll be a stand-up double for Taylor Walls. A runner, tying runner at second with nobody out for Ke'Bryan Hayes. As we'll see if there's action in the Brewers bullpen. The Tang struggling a bit here. 2-2 to Hayes, and he will hit that to short. Walls has to hold. So that is an unproductive out for Pittsburgh. Hopefully Ordonez can have better success. Castellanos on deck. 0-1 to Ordonez. That one gets away from the catcher, Grandal. So Walls will take third. He has good speed. Gallo has the best arm in right. We probably won't run on that. We'll run on center. That is Marsh or Yelich in left. 2-2 to Ordonez. Has to put it in play first, though, and he cannot. And he does that oh so often. It's the one big bugaboo in his game, as it is for a lot of power hitting first baseman. So Castellanos responsible for driving walls in. He is 0 for 2 today. Average has fallen under 240 this season. So big out here. Pirates down a run. Runner on third. 2 outs. Bottom 6. 0-1. And Castellanos right to the first baseman, Tagla. And the Pirates leave the runner stranded, as only the Pirates can do. Tang will stay in again, so it appears he will go out for the... What are we in here at this point? Bottom of the 7th it would be. So we are in the top of the 7th right now. So Clark coming in. 7 earned runs. 28 Ks, though, in 19 2/3 this year. 3-0, though, to Tang. Come on, you can't walk the pitcher here. And he will walk the pitcher there, as that is a very ominous start for Chris Clark. And that usually portends bad things happening in the future, so I'm going to immediately get the bullpen warmed up with Santiago Flores and Gabe Spear, the lefty, as it's 0-2 to Marsh, and that one gets away, and so Tang, the pitcher, has had to do no work to get to second base. This is unraveling. 2-2 as Marsh strikes out, so that's one small positive here. As Clark facing the third batter, so if he has to come out after this, he will not hesitate to do so. He will face Garcia, over 3 today, 2-2. Here's the pitch from Clark, and gets him the strikeout swinging on the fastball. All that 95 miles an hour for Yelich. Do we want to have Clark face Yelich? Probably not. So we're going to put in Gabe Spear, play the lefty-lefty matchup. You saw the splits there on Yelich. And we'll keep Flores there just in case. So big moment here. Runner in scoring position for Milwaukee. 1-2 to Christian Yelich. Here's the pitch from Spear. That one inside. Yelich chases and strikes him out. Pirates still down just 1. That's a good job from Gabe Spear. He's been really solid as a lefty, kind of a journeyman. Played a lot of minor league baseball for us, but he is trying to hold down the fort in the major league bullpen. That's good to see. As Trace Barrera leading off again. That's the reason why this guy has no RBIs this year. Home run would be nice. It will not happen. Dribbler to Tang right at the mound. Not thrown to Tagla for the first out of the inning. I'm going to get someone warmed up just in case we have to go and pinch hit here. That'll be Flores warming up. Actually, he's basically ready, so I'll wait on that. As that's it for Tang, as Joe Jimenez will come in, having a really strong year, 26 Ks in 19 2/3, 1.83 ERA. He will face Brian Reynolds to lead things off. 1-0 to the Pirates left fielder, as that one hit well to right. Looked good off the crack of the bat, but it'll be more shallow than I thought, and caught by Joey Gallo for out number 2. Not a lot of balls hit into the outfield by the Pirates offense today, fortunately. As Kevin Newman, 2-2. And he will rip a single in the center, so we'll have to actually do some pinch hitting here, it appears. And that's good and bad, as I wanted to keep Gabe in, but we'll go to Flores, no hesitation on that, and try to find a pinch hitter. And we're going to go with Jordan Wogu. Potential for strikeout here, but we need a big bop and a big blast, and he's the guy I think who's capable of doing it, at least, as it's 1-2 to Wogu, and he will strike out looking, and so that is unfortunate. Jimenez gets him, and we're still down a run as we head into the 8th inning. Santiago Flores will come in to pitch, doing well this year, 3.71 ERA, 25 Ks in 17 innings. He'll face Herrera, Tagla, and Joey Gallo. 1-2 in this relatively low-scoring affair. As that one hit sharply to third, Hayes has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Tagla coming in, 2-0 count. Shift is on. Pittsburgh playing it to the right, and the shift well executed. That is an easy catch for Kevin Newman. And now Gallo, 0 for 3 today. 0.93, his average has dropped. 3, what would that be, thousandths of a point, I think. Anyway, 1-2 count. As Gallo will strike out. He's having a tough day today, having a tough season. Overall, Pirates 6 outs to get a run. It'll be Bradfield, Walls, and Hayes. As Flores looks like he's going to stay in for a little bit longer. 1-2 to Bradfield, 0 for 3 today. Uncommon for him, as he will strike out. So maybe one of his worst games offensively of the season. Don't know if he's played a game this year without a hit. Maybe he has, but probably none as uneventful as today. As Taylor Walls had a double his last time up as that one hit into the outfield, but Marsh has it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And so Ke'Bryan Hayes trying to get some 2-out magic going. 1-1. Only 1 home run, I believe, this year for Hayes. He cannot make it 2. That'll be a quiet dribbler to second. And the Pirates go 1-2-3 as we head top 9 with Urshela, Grandal, and the pitcher spot due up for the Brew Crew. So Flores trying to keep this a 1-run game. The Brewers trying to find some insurance. Urshela having a good day today. He'll add 2 at 3 for 4 performance, a single into right. As that is, who's out there in right today? That is Castellanos, of course, scooping that one up. And the bullpen moving around again for Pittsburgh. As Grandal, full count. And that is a walk. Flores to control, not his strongest suit. Nolan Jones will come in, the lefty. Let's go out there, visit the mound. Bednar's still warming up, so I think Flores has to face one more batter anyway. So we'll see what happens. 0-1, the bunt is on with the pinch hitter. Interesting decision. That does kind of work out for Milwaukee as both runners will move over with just one away. And now do we want to bring in Bednar or not? Probably a good idea at this point. Marsh's eye's not great. Could also maybe potentially try to pitch around. But again, his control's not the best in the world. Bednar's control is only marginally better as I try to talk myself through what I want to do here. I'm going to go with Bednar, though. I think Flores came in a little bit tired anyway, not having a good start here, so we are going to go with David Bednar to face Brandon Marsh. He's 1 for 4 today. Full count, payoff pitch, infield in, as that is a walk. So I took out Flores because of control issues, and Bednar walks the first man he faces. Now Garcia, big spot here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pirates cannot really afford to give up another run here. They may, as it's 0-2. And Garcia swings through it on the splitter. A big out number 2, but here's a showdown for you. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Milwaukee up a run, and it's just a little old Christian Yelich, still one of the best hitters in baseball. So Bednar, it's a big spot. Let's see what happens. 3-0. And Bednar walks him on 4 straight pitches. Unbelievable. Make the guy swing. I know it's Yelich, but cannot walk in that run as you're going to face another really good batter in Herrera. 0-1 to Herrera, and that one gets away from Barrera. That rhymes, sadly, as it's 5-2, and wheels coming off for Pittsburgh here late in this game. 1-2 to Herrera. And he will strike him out. But Milwaukee adds 2 crucial insurance runs. And with our offense not being the best this year, not sure about this one. And oh yeah, there's Edwin Diaz. He's just got 90 stuff. 16.8 Ks over 9. Whip under 1. Don't know about this one, guys. 1-2 to Ordonez. He strikes out a lot. Looks like it's going to happen here. And we shouldn't play the music there as he's about ready to swing. But 1 away for Castellanos. Looks like Pirates are going to drop to 18-15 this year, barring any sort of magic, as Castellanos says, hold on 1 second. Not so fast, my friend. Hit a single. As what do we have left on the bench here? Yeah, I'm gonna pinch run here. I'm gonna get Sanchez in there, so maybe we can stay out of a double play. Hopefully, not that we're stealing, but let's get some speed on the base paths at least. It's Barrera. Great time for some RBIs. 1-1 count to Barrera. As he'll hit that in the center, shallow. Marsh under it, makes the catch. Route number 2, and Brian Reynolds, last chance for the Pirates. 0-2. And he'll hit that weakly into left. And the game is over. Milwaukee wins this one 5-2. Alright, quick look at the box score as the Brewers defeat the Pirates 5-2. Milwaukee moves to 15-19 on the season. Pirates fall to 18-15. Brewers 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Able to kind of work around that. Pirates 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error that was on Taylor Wall. See the stats here. For Milwaukee, it was Herrera and Urshela kind of carrying the team there offensively. Grandal had that big home run, though, that put them up 3-1 early. And for the Pirates, really not a lot of offense. No walks, 8 Ks. That's not good for us, and nobody had more than one hit. Enrique Bradfield, in particular, struggled. His average drops from 380 to 365. Errors, again, that was Walls. In terms of pitching, Hauser struggled early, kind of settled in a little bit. The ERA drops from 8 something to 7.5. Coar did okay. Clark was pretty good. Spear got that important out, but then Flores struggled late, and Bednar also struggled with his control, although he did not technically allow a run. Tang pitched well, 6 1/3, 4 hits, no walks, 5 Ks. Jimenez and Diaz did well to close things out. Let's take a quick look. You'll see I have 37 messages here because I've been doing a bunch of scouting stuff. Let's take a look at the draft order, maybe even a mock draft if it is out there. Top player in this year's draft class is Devin OB, and he looks like the mold of a top player. I mean, our head's got to think like some less than OSA, who absolutely thinks this guy could be one of the best players in baseball. Defensively, he's average, but the power, the eye, the contact are all really, really strong. So obviously will not be in play for us. Let's see if the mock draft is up yet, and it is. As the Pirates will be picking 21st overall, and they are mocking Ethan Young to us, another center fielder. Interesting profile, though, kind of like Mike Fleming, who we drafted a few years ago. He's out of Alabama, a junior. We'll see. Maybe we'll do the next video will be either Mitch Keller's return or a draft episode, whichever kind of comes first, and then we'll do the other one after that. So that'll be the game plan for us here. The Reds with the first pick, so looks like the OB could be in the NL Central at some point. And the Cubs picking third with Jimmy Payne, Jordan Walker, who was drafted back in 2020, went third overall, but did not sign with the Marlins. Don't blame him. Try to go to somewhere else. So that is the top 5. I like the shortstop too. He's really, really good with the bat, and while the position ratings are low, has good defensive ratings. So that would be a good pick. I would love to get him. That's unlikely to happen, as you can probably already surmise. So I don't know who we're going to take. Got looking at some guys, but I have no idea what direction we're going to go draft-wise. I will figure that out for the next episode. So glad to be back. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will do my best to have a video out in much quicker order than the time it took from the last video to this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.